Why, hello there, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and I will be your host, Timely. So, Dragon Raja just dropped a new class, the Reaper Scythe class, okay? And I'm gonna bring you guys a nice little first impression, little guide today, and I can safely assume that this class is super freaking nutty, okay? So, I guess let's just start talking about the skills really quick. A brief overview of like the talents. No, actually, yeah, we'll talk about the skills, okay? So, this build that I have formulated for this class and whatnot, I have a feeling that your main source of DPS is going to be from your Destruction Blast, okay? That's like, it's going to be your most heaviest hitting move. More heavier hitting than your Grim Scythe, okay? I tried out Grim Scythe, even though it says it does like 629,000 damage. It doesn't really, it does it like in like 3 hits and whatnot. So, and it's like a 90-second cooldown. So obviously that's not going to be your main source of DPS. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, it's going to be your Destruction Blast. So mainly, this build is going to try to optimize the DPS output of your Destruction Blast. So let's go down to the talents really quick. So we're going to roll with Cat's Tango, which when you switch to Spectral Cat form, all skills won't consume heart points for 5 seconds. All damage increase by 15%. Removing Destruction Blast CD, bestowing Super Armor. So that's actually really freaking overpowered. It's really stupid because Spectral Cat itself has like a when you switch to Spectral Cat form, it says also increases magic damage dealt by 30%. So that's stagnant. That sticks with you forever every time you're in Spectral Cat form. It doesn't wear off. Now, the Cat Essence is the stacks that you need to get your Doom Blast, which does the like your heaviest hitting move, and it's pretty ridiculous what you got going when you get your Doom Blast up. It's so crazy. Okay, so next we have our Shadow Recall. Casting Phantom Raven takes you back to status 4 seconds prior. I feel like the Phantom Raven skill is actually like could be like really good, especially for if you're fighting against really bursty enemies. You can use your Phantom Raven to go back before the 4 seconds before the burst happened. So that's why I have that skill. When I looked at the other talents, I mean, you could roll Drain, which 19k HP is like nothing. So, or you and it does the fear too. So that's really up to you. But that won't really help you when you're fighting against a Blade Master or another Scythe Reaper. It'll only help you against like assassins, gunslingers, and soul dancers. And then we have our Shadowy Raven, which keeps you in stealth. Casting Raven Shadow keeps you in stealth for 3 seconds. And Raven Shadow on the spot after 2 seconds, fearing nearby enemies. Well, that's more of like a crowd control thing. It's really up to you, but I feel like you're gonna get your most benefit from Shadow Recall. Now I think this B talent right here is like 20 times better, Cat's Walk, for your Spectral Cat form, because we all know that when you're in Spectral Cat form, you have a stagnant 30% damage boost. Well, when you use Cat's Kiss, um, or Cat's Walk, or yeah, Cat's Kiss, and you use that, it's like the little dodge mechanic for the Scythe Reaper. You get like an added 30% damage increase for 5 seconds, and then you also get super armor, so it's like low-key like a dodge, which is super stupid. And if you go to the freaking Cat's Kiss right here, you could also use this to get out of crowd control and stuff like that. So if you're like being delayed by an assassin, then you can just get out instantly using Cat's Kiss. That is stupid. Why do they do this? Give this kind of skill to assassin. Like, we get stun locked and it's awful. So, now we got that out of the way. Now, next is for the C talent. Obviously, this C talent here is going to be like the strongest C talent for your Destruction Blast, in my opinion. Stronger than Cat Enhancement. Okay. We're going to compare the two, of course, because I feel like it's good to compare these two talents. So, Cat Spirit bonus increases like the magic damage boost increased by to 45%. So it was once 30%, and then it increases it to 45% every time you're in spectral cat form. Okay, and then each time you cast a skill, it has a 50% chance of granting 2 times cat essence. Now, let's think of it this way. So if you have this, you get to use your your Doom Blast more often, okay? And also you get like a nice little 15% damage boost on top of everything. But with Destroy in Chain, Destruction Blast increases next Destruction Blast by 20% up to 3 times for 5 seconds. And Destruction and Doom Blast cannot miss, so this is actually a really good thing for people who have high dodge rates like Blade Masters, of course. And then also, it says it stacks up to 3 times, so even though it says increases Destruction Blast by 20%, okay, if you have Cat's Tango on, where it decreases the cooldown, you have no cooldown, and you spam it 3 times, you already have a 3 stack, so therefore you would have 60% damage increase on your next Destruction Blast. And don't let that fool you where it says Destruction Blast increases next Destruction Blast by 20%. It also increases the damage of your Doom Blast as well. So also keep that in mind, okay? So we're going to test it out. Okay, so obviously I have to be in Raven form first. Truffles, go away. For some reason the sound is bugged for Reaper and Scythe. For me, I don't hear any of the sound effects. They need to fix that. Okay, so it would kind of look like this. Like right when you like switch over, like, but we're just going to compare the damage. I'm not going to show the rotation yet. Never mind. Okay, so I'm switching. You spam it 3 times. You already have a 3 stack. That's like a 20% damage boost. I'm like doing 234k with a 3 stack of Destruction Blast. Not bad, not bad. Now let's try taking it off. Oh, actually, let's see the damage of the Doom Blast too. So 234k on the normal attack. Come back, Truffles. And then like, oh, hold up, it wore off. Truffles, I blame you. Okay, so 683k, and that's with the 3 stack of Destruction Blast, okay? And now we're going to switch back, we're going to switch to the Cat Essence, or the other one, Cat Enhancement. Alright, so now we're going Cat Enhancement, and we're going to try out our Destruction Blast. So you could already see there's a noticeable difference. Now I'm doing like 142k, which is super noticeable. Even with the 15% damage increase that this talent gives, I don't think it's worth it. And then my Doom Blast right here does like 432k. So yeah, I honestly think that that skill on the talent, Cat Enhancement, is so inferior to Destroy and Chain. You get the 100% hit rate, you get the 3 stacks of Destruction Blast. It's just ridiculously strong. That's disgusting. So when I'm like doing the rotation for this class and stuff, you have to prioritize using your Cat's Kiss a lot. So you'd be in like this form, right? And you're fighting and stuff. You know, just kind of stalling. Usually when you're using this form, you're kind of just trying to run away and build your hit points or your heart points. And then when you're ready, what I like to do is I like to do the chain, dodge, and then start spamming, get my stacks up. You have like 5 seconds of super armor, so you can get your stacks up. And then when you have your thing ready, okay, you can set them up with the delay, and then delay with this, and then you can knock them down for like a nice little stun lock effect. But you could only do that every 90 seconds though. Yeah, Heavenly Judgment, or whatever it's called, has a nice little 2-second delay, so it delays enemies for 2 seconds. So Holy Judgment, I like using that because it matches the cooldown time of my Grim Scythe, so that I can use it for stun locking. Yeah, Reapers don't have really that many stun locking opportunities, but every 90 seconds you can stun lock people. Now, say if those are on cooldown, right, and I'm in my Raven form, you know, just kind of doing the debuffs in, pop this, dodge, Raven form, and then I would just spam it like that. And, you know, just kind of you know, kite them. You have so many opportunities to kite. Like, this class is kind of like really basic, you know, you just spam Destruction Chain, or you just spam your Destruction Blast, and that's pretty much it. And just make sure you're also monitoring your heart points too. Alright, I need to start talking about the deep talent. So, obviously, I thought it was really important to do Heat Up, which heart point recovery speed is increased by 3%. So I feel like that's going to be like really clutch. Okay. And of course, we had to get this curse duration of Raven's curse extended. So we had to get that to get this. Now, I went all the way down this tree right here. Hit rate increases with Spectral Cat by 15%. That's ridiculous. All your Spectral Cat skills have a 15% chance to hit. Wow, okay. I see you. Now I'm going to be hitting Blade Masters regardless of Destruction Chain hitting all the time. And then I have Melt, which increases the damage of Destruction Blast by 5%. And then I have High Magic. Casting Destruction Blast increases magic damage by 3%, okay? And it stacks up to 3 times. So once you're doing that chain effect, when you switch from your Raven form to your Spectral Cat form, and you do it 3 times in a row, you already have a 9% damage increase. So that's why that talent is really good. And then casting Cat's Kiss, move speed increases greatly for 2 seconds. Now, I think that's also really important because it's kind of like Nose for Danger from the Drac you get for your boots. And then you also get the super armor, so it's like it's like low-key the same, like as a dodge. So my dodge, I get speed boost. Cat's Kiss, I get speed boost and hyper armor. Like, it's so stupid and nutty. Like, do Scythe and Reapers don't even need a dodge in this game? I don't even know. They don't even need the dodge anymore. Okay, so like, even when I'm in my Raven form, I try not to use like the dodge mechanic because it uses your heart points. I would be using your Raven's Call, this what's that called? I forget. Your Annihilation to get your heart points. If your Annihilation is on cooldown, I would be using this, and I would be spamming your regular dodge, okay? I wouldn't be using your dodge at all in Spectral Cat form. I would save your endurance for when you're in Raven form, okay? Because if you use your Raven form's dodge, it uses your heart rate points. And in high-paced, fast-paced combat situations, you want to build your heart points as fast as possible. So I feel like using your regular dodge is perfectly fine, and I would only use your Raven's dodge, or your Spectral, whatever, I don't know, what is it called? Your Raven's Shadow. I would only use your Raven's Shadow to be getting out of like stunlock situations. And then when you're ready to go back into Spectral Cat form, put that up, I'll put that up, and then boom, start spamming away. Oh my god, easy mode. So easy. Alright. Alright, now that it's set up, I can set him up for nice stunlock effect. Very nice. And then when that's over, you just kind of just stand around, you know? You just spam your Spectral, or, you know, you spam your Destruction Blast until you run out of heart points, and you switch back, and then just kind of stall with your dodge, and while using your while using your demon chain. You just dodge around with your demon chain, you get stun locked, you can dodge out of it. When you get bursted down, you could always use your Raven's Call. Now, if you get bursted down while you're in Spectral Cat form, like say you're in Spectral Cat form and you're like, oh shit, I just took a lot of damage. You could just always go back and then just hit that and then get your health back because you're going back 4 seconds before. Okay. So, I feel like that's everything to talk about the Scythe class. I mean, as for rotation, this class is more of like utility, so you're not going to stick to like one rotation. You probably have like a basic stun lock rotation, but for like damage, you're just, for like regular just damage, you're just using your Destruction Blast the entire time. And it really depends on the situation you're in. So like, while I'm spending Destruction Blast and stuff and I'm down my heart points, I would switch back to Raven. If I'm getting bursted down very quickly and I need to run away, I would switch to Raven form, use my Shadow Recall. So there's no set in stone rotation. It really depends on the situation you're in. I also didn't really talk about the class exclusive EX skill, which is this right here. I honestly think this is going to be their #1 EX. I feel like it has so much utility, and it also gives your allies like AoE stealth, which is stupid. It decreases the damage taken by 20%, increases move speed by 30%, and it provides shadow protection for all allies within 10 meters that lasts for 15 seconds. That's so dumb. Oh my god. Hold up. Okay, so they also enter a 6-second stealth every 5 seconds. So so you pretty much have a 15 second stealth. Okay, that's so stupid. It's so nutty. So Jesus Christ, like if you were like in like voice chat, you could literally turn all of your allies invisible in like ladder or contest, and then you can literally flank your enemies and surprise them. So the skill is like really good. Also, you reduce the damage taken too, and if you don't want to do Holy Judgment, I feel like Duster Buster would be really good choice for a Scythe user, because I think on the 4th tier, it also reduces damage taken by 40% too. So like if you were to stack those two on top of each other, oh my god, that'd be ridiculous. You have like a 60% damage reduction. Jesus. That's too much. That's too much. So yeah, it's really up to you and what EX skill you want, in my opinion. I like Holy Judgment. You could go Scorch too, like in Raven form. Use Scorch and then switch to Spectral Cat form, and then just do damage. But I feel like Scorch is like, I don't know, I just don't like how the range on it. You have to be really close. And like, I like zoning, and with Scythe class, you really want to zone. So that's why I'm not using that. Look how much reach this shit has. Jesus Christ, I'm like a football field away. Like, it has more range than an assassin, and a little bit, and it has like the same range as a gunslinger. It's so stupid. Alright guys, I think that's everything. I mean, I could talk to you guys about the stats, but of course, it's really up to you on the stats you know. You could, right now I'm running my like assassin build, of course, because I have high multi-strike, but with a Scythe, you'd probably want really high crit level, because you want to be critting your Doom Blast, because my Doom Blast on Truffles did like 680k or something like that, or 620k, and if that were to crit, that would go upwards to like almost 1 million damage. So critting that Doom Blast is really important. So I feel like a crit build with Airy for your ally would be your best bet, but I don't have Airy, so I have to do a multi-strike build on this, sadly. But multi-strike builds aren't bad, and it's not, a multi-strike build wouldn't be bad for Scythe either, because in Raven form, a lot of your moves have damage over time, like your Annihilation and your Demon Chain. Those are damage over time. They don't do a lot of damage on paper or the skill itself, but each proc or each tick has a chance to proc multi-strike. So multi-strike build isn't completely useless for a Scythe build. So all you multi-strike builds out there, You're not bad. Okay, so I think that's everything. I have to get going now. Peace.